Hello, this is Greg from Greg Cheek Speaks, and I'm at the 2015 Hamburg Marathon. I just finished about an hour ago and had a couple telephone interviews. I had one here in Hamburg and another one with the radio station in Copenhagen. And one thing I want to share with you, I had a presentation yesterday, several hundred people talking about my book, and the one thing I want to talk about is Hunt the Good Stuff. The book has 3 pillars, 3 points of contact, talks about optimism, visualization, and action. And I have 4 different categories under each one. It's got all kinds of great experiences, things that have happened in my life, things that help me overcome things like homelessness, getting through college, getting through graduate school, military, and then of course leading up to cancer. And now everything else has gone on in my life. I was speaking business, just finished a book. This was marathon number 8. But something that was very interesting that everybody wanted to talk about was something that I talk about in my book that I picked up at the University of Pennsylvania, and it's called Hunt the Good Stuff. Now, lots of people, Zig Ziglar, Les Brown, all kinds of speakers talk about waking up every day and, coming up with a couple things to be thankful for. And this is great for positivity. But something I picked up at the University of Pennsylvania, I went to the Master Resilience Training, the United States Army, which is a phenomenal course. Hopefully, other public services like fire department, police department, other agencies under a lot of stress are picking this up as well. It's amazing. And I went to this course, and it was kind of a phenomenal time for me because I was almost at 1 year cancer-free. I'm sorry if my jaw is still a little tight from the 26 miles or the 42 plus kilometers, a little tight. But one thing that came up very big yesterday we talked about was Hunt the Good Stuff. And when I went to the University of Pennsylvania to this Master Resiliency Training, Dr. Karen Ravitch and this course talks about starting off with positivity and optimism by starting every day with 3 things to be thankful for. 3 things that you wake up every day that you enjoy. So something that I did, and again we left our last 2 months ago, I ran the marathon in Kiel, and we were talking about thank you notes, and thank you notes every day. It's amazing what that has done for me. It's even done for me just in the last month. But what I did in the last month was I did the Hunt the Good Stuff, so I came up with 3 different things that I'm thankful for every day. So in the last 30 days, I came up with 90. And so in the last couple days, the day before, last night, before I ran the marathon, I went through this list of 90. And it was amazing how motivated I was today. The best run I've ever had. Time-wise, not the best, but crazy. I just felt so good. And it was everything today. It was cold, it was humid, it was raining, it was sunny, it was blessed. It was everything. It was a wonderful day. And for those of you that have not had a chance to run a marathon in Germany, I would recommend, if you don't get the chance to do Berlin, of course, to come to Hamburg. They had 750,000 spectators, 20,000 runners, the support staff, everybody here is fantastic. It's hollowed out a little bit after my 2 interviews, but it's just amazing people. The entire route, all 26 miles, is lined with spectators pushing you. So the challenge I have for you, hunt the good stuff. So every day for the next 7 days, give it a shot. Come up with 3 things when you start your day that you're thankful for. And write them down on a piece of paper, put them in your notebook or something, and you can go ahead and you can use those as well, and you'll add them up. And it's amazing what it does for you when we talk about positivity. Positivity is huge. It's the reason why the first pillar of my book is optimism. And I have 4 different categories that'll change your life. But Hunt the Good Stuff, University of Pennsylvania, Master Resiliency Training, Dr. Karen Ravitch is in my book. And that training was imperative. And what happened was, I was at my 10th month after cancer, and I got selected to go to the Master Resiliency Training at the University of Pennsylvania, and I went, and I came back. My subsequent 1 year checkup, I came up with a lymph node that came up hot in my neck. Anybody knows anything about cancer? Not a good thing. I had stage 3 cancer in my neck, went through radiation chemo, so I met with my doctor team at the University of Kansas Cancer Center and decided to go ahead and take the lymph node out and those around it. So that's why I got this nice little scar here. So Dr. Lisa Snyder and the team went in, took out 13 lymph nodes, checked them all out, and they all came out good, and everything was fine. But what was incredible was I think that if I would have gotten that news before attending that course, it would have tore me apart. However, I was already hunting the good stuff. I was doing the things I learned in this course. And so when I got that news, the very first thing I did, I pulled out my journal and said, okay, what are 3 great things going on today? Obviously, I got this news, but there's other things. And I've done that, and I've done it, and I've done it ever since. And I'm 14 days away from being 5 years cancer-free on a stage 3 diagnosis of the tumor on the base of my tongue that was bleeding, broke open, wasn't good. So I'm good. I feel fantastic. So I'm just going to leave that with you. That's one thing that I think that everybody enjoyed yesterday, and it came up in my 2 interviews today. So hunt the good stuff. You can go to hashtag HTGS, and there's an entire community of people on there talking about hunt the good stuff, doing great things. And if it can work for our service members that are going downrange, going to multiple deployments and do stuff like that, then it can work for you in your daily life, whatever you're going through. I know it's worked through me. It worked for me in a great way when I went through cancer. So I want to bid you before my mouth sticks together anymore, and I got to get some water. I need to go get something to eat. But again, marathon in Hamburg, done, fantastic, wonderful day. By the way, hunt the good stuff. As I was running today, I said, you know what? Every kilometer, I'm going to go ahead and pick a place that I can hunt some good stuff. And so I was just writing, I had pen and paper in my pocket, and I was writing stuff down. It got to the point I had like 60 or 70, I just had to stop. Everywhere I saw beautiful buildings, wonderful people, all kinds of wonderful water. The marathon runs along the sea, goes through the center of town. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. So again, for everybody out there, if you want to go to my website, www.gregcheekspeaks.com. You can go on there, you can opt into my email address, and I'm going to start probably in the next 2 weeks. My book goes live on Amazon. It's on pre-sale on my website right now, but it goes live on Amazon in 2 weeks for the ebook, audiobook in 30 days, and about a month and a half the paperback. The pre-sales on my website have been incredible. And I've got 17 speaking engagements coming in the last 2 weeks of July that I'm looking forward to, and I kind of split it up. I'm going to some cancer centers, universities, community colleges, and also going to some inner city high schools, and going to spread the word about the 3 points of contact, what it's done for me, and try to help everybody else out. So from me to everybody out there, I love you. I hope you get an opportunity to feel and experience what I did today here in Hamburg. So as they say here, moi moi, and I'm going down to the fish market, and it's time to get some fish. Bye.